National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for another installment of the NFL International Series, and we are underway from North London. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Okay, ready? Fight. Here we go.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Ready.
Back to throw.
Gabriel.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the
Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Rodgers to return it.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. McCarthy off the play fake. Open man, that's Fulton. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
1st and 10.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And that'll be knocked away. it's incomplete.
The Browns at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They'll roll him out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready, ready. Down. Set, cut.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the Vikings' 42-yard line.
Set, ready. Red, yellow, go. Ready.
Now it's Judkins. And he'll be brought down. Looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On the move to his left. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Browns! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings nothing.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Second and 5 at the Browns' 29-yard line.
To the air again, McCarthy.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Now Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
It's now third and goal.
Throwing is McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Second down and 3.
Here we go. Set. Set. Cut.
Off play action. Gabriel. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Yellow. Lonnie. Smith. Red. Ready.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he goes out right around the 39. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 red. Still green. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw again.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Josh Metellus on
Now a
the
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Drip, black ultra. Yellow, black swap.
They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
14, Vikings 7.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Pause red. Hut.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
6-yard line.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. McCarthy. His throw incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for possible comebacks, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Trucks breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Yellow, 52 blaster. Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 35 yards. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and they're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now McCarthy. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mason Graham in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. McCarthy operating from the gun. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know that we've seen their share of struggles, and the quarterback's been hit a few times in this game, but this one can't be put on the offensive line. They gave him plenty of time to throw the football. I think ultimately he has to be a lot more decisive in his decision-making and get rid of it and find an open target.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. He'll swing this out to... I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go. Drill, 52. Line, 95. Ready?
2nd and 11. And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
On the return, it's Rodgers. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Looking to throw. McCarthy.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
Flush to his right.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Browns are right back in this football game.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
McCarthy going to throw again.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. 3rd and 19. Addison will go in motion left.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He gets it to Addison.
Past the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And the Vikings first down. First and goal at the 6.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. McCarthy eluding the pressure right.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And they were ringing them down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, He picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Down. Yellow, 22. Ready, ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
It's third.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football. I tell the offensive.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
36-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
He's back to throw.
Completes this to Jefferson.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football, they almost are surprised when he doesn't complete a pass like that, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll look to throw.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. That is incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he will have the Browns 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
That's good for the Browns. 1st down.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll give up the middle. Judkins.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL.
Well, big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.
If you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack, they knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Browns, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.